Right, well, I don't know whether this video is ever actually going to make it out, but basically I'm on my way to the boat at the moment to go and see if the person who's doing my rigging has actually done what they said they're going to do. So the long and short of the story is, back in April, we engaged with a company to do the rigging on our boat, and basically they've had the boat for 3 months. They have told me that they were going to bring it back last Monday, ready for our trip. Didn't. So I started inquiring a little bit more. I mean, I have had conversations obviously ongoing to sort of get updates, and I've had updates through. But yeah, they didn't return it when said. So the next thing was I started to question what they'd done and when they were going to give me the next date for the boat to come back. They then told me that it was going to be ready next Thursday. And during that time, luckily, I've actually found somebody who's not too far away from it who managed to get a couple of pictures. Now, with that evidence, I don't actually think they've even started the work. So that's why I'm on my way down to the boat today to go and have a look at what's going on and where we're up to. I'm trying to be optimistic. I'm trying to sort of think of this as, you know, it's just a bit of a misunderstanding, and I'll get down there and everything will be fine. You know, they've done the work and we're there, but I'm really starting to get very concerned. I think we've been scammed. The point of the video is, if this company has done or hasn't done what they said they're going to do, is to raise awareness for that, and hopefully somebody else won't get scammed. So we'll see how we go. But yeah, I'm really not hopeful at all. The mast isn't on the boat from the picture I've seen, so if this all does turn sour, I'm going to have to try and get the mast back on the boat, and get me way out of where it currently is, because it's not in its normal berth. So there's going to be quite a few challenges here, I think, to try and get this resolved. And then there's the whole thing about trying to get my money back. Yeah, it's just gone from bad to worse. It really has. I'm angry, upset, annoyed, frustrated, all of it, because they've had it for such a long time, and they appear to be just lying now. The updates, you know, they promised me, oh, we'll give you daily updates, we'll give you photos, we'll give you this, that and the other. None of that's happened. I then have a conversation with him and it's all sorts of excuses coming through. I mean, if he hasn't done the work, just say he hasn't done the work. But yeah, so I'll keep you updated. We'll see how we go and we'll go from there. So we're just here now. Let's go and have a look at what's going on. Okay, so a little bit of an update then. My dam buoy's snapped. Apparently this was being replaced and it obviously hasn't been. So that's where that is. Chain plates have not been removed, but apparently they've been tested. Don't know how they do that, but apparently so. They're the chain plates, they're the originals. Not even been cleaned up or anything. No bolts, apparently they're coming to do that now. So just, strangely, he wasn't here, and then I phoned him while I was stood in front of him and his phone rang. And now he's all over it. So here's the other chain plate. Again, apparently tested, but that's not been authentic, clearly. And this was being repaired because this had severe damage. Of course, it hasn't got severe damage at all. It's just got a little bit of wear and tear where the mast sat on it for 20 years. So yeah. My bang was being re-gas strutted. I bet that's not been done either. Very much doubt it, so we won't be paying for that. Oh, well, apparently I've ordered rigging, so they've made up all my rigging, which I haven't ordered, and that's all going to be that's all now going to be free of charge. So I'm going to wait and see what happens. Apparently they are going to get this boat ready for Thursday. Let's go inside and have a look inside. So there's my sail. Apparently all of this is knackered. All of this, you know, really substantial, absolutely fine, is knackered. I appreciate the bolts need replacing and I've paid for that. Not got an issue with that. And I've also not got an issue with the workers, so just to be absolutely clear about this, I don't have any issues with that. Apparently that's all knackered as well. One of these has been repaired, so under here they're like, oh, this is all cracked. It isn't cracked. Nothing wrong with that. Never has been. Never been repaired. We've got all the history for the boat. So, yeah, so it looks like I'm staying here for the day. I'm going to get my batteries on charge because they've not been on charge for... Looks like I've got no power. That looks to be my aerial. And my wind vane. Sorry, I'm not filming this very well. My aerial. And the other parts of that, oh, God only knows. So we're down in the marina now. And it's been an interesting day so far. So I've had a bit of a chat with the guy. He's assured me that everything's absolutely on track and ready. I'm not convinced. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, whether I'm going to stay here for the entire next few days and just wait this out and see what happens. Since I got here, obviously, he said that my chain plates have been tested. They've sent me some sort of copy of that, but it's got no detail in yet. What's interesting is, and I haven't got to the bottom of this yet, is that they are saying that so I phoned the company that have done it, who will remain nameless, and they said they've tested 6 chain plates and 4 other items. Well, Allegra's only got 2 chain plates, so I don't quite see how that all marries up yet. Having obviously got the copy of the original paperwork, so I can't comment. The gentleman who's working on my boat now is really nice. He's obviously not related to any of this, so we've been trying to have a bit of a chat. He's Polish, so we've been having a bit of a chat on Google Translate. He's got his music on. I told him not to turn it off because I liked it, so you know, I'm trying to do my best with him because he's not part of this. It is definitely obviously the owner. So yeah, so my plan is at the moment is I'm gonna stay here the night. I'm gonna stay on the boat tonight. I've had a chat with this marina, and again, absolutely fine with me, not a problem at all. So I'm gonna stay here tonight. I'm gonna reassess things tomorrow, but I've got a feeling that this is gonna turn into several days of me kind of hanging around and trying to do my normal job and everything else to get this boat out of here. I don't know, it's really hard to describe because it's got no mast on and it's jammed in and you feel completely helpless. So it's not like I can just go and grab it and stick it back on. You know, it's got no rigging on it, it's got nothing on it at all. So yeah, we'll see. That's where we are at the moment anyway. So this is how this company treats you, like your sails and your boom and everything else. As you can see, it's all just dumped down the side here. That's my mainsail there, just dumped, and all the other lines and the ropes they're just chucked everywhere. I've just spent the best part of like half an hour just tying them all up. This sail bag, you know, didn't even take the lines off that. This sail bag was still wrapped around the end, so the sail bag cover was still around the front of the sail. So why wouldn't you just take it off and fold it up? It's just been dumped with all the boom and everything else all just chucked on top of it. So now they've taken off my inside standing, no it's not, my inside chain plates here. So the chain plate that would normally sort of sit here. Yeah, I've already had the testing report. So apparently 6 items have been tested. Well, surely that's one of them. And the other one being over there. So, yeah, and these are the bolts that are knackered and rusty, and yeah, there's a little bit of corrosion on that, but it's probably been in there quite a long time. But yeah, serious corrosion issues, serious worries. Getting them replaced anyway, that was all part of the deal, but you know, this was all done 2-3 weeks ago. As you can see, it's been done today. Same on this side. Yeah, same bolts are in the same state. These bolts ruined, knackered, rusty, really bad state. Yeah, okay. Slightly disagree, to be honest. This one, still got the stickers flex on it, or whatever sealant's been on that. I should have trusted my own judgment more. I've slipped up here majorly. I really have. Yeah. So I don't really know what to say. I'm a bit sort of just mithered and confused really. So guy's taken those off today, and where the chain plate tops now have gone, I don't know, because I thought he was actually replacing the bolts today. So I just went for a little bit of a walk because I didn't want to sort of just sit here, just being in his way. And they're now removed. I'm hoping he probably hasn't got the right bolts. That's probably what the whole story of this is. He probably hasn't bought those bolts yet. So that's why, that's where it is. And we're now waiting for the bolts. So it's Friday today. I think I'm going to end up staying here the whole time. I'm basically waiting for this sort of project to be completed, because I don't think there's any other way of getting this done. It's crazy. Never known anything like it. See if we've got a beer on board, I think. Right, so I've had that said beer now, and I'm a little bit calmer. So, yeah, I still can't get to the bottom of why we've been told what we've been told. So it now turns out that all of that stuff is gone for testing. So the testing company will have those parts first thing Monday morning. So that email that he sent me, and that information that he sent across to me, wasn't actually the test certificate, although it looks very like a test certificate. That's him booking it in. So that's where they've gone. So that's why they've come off. The mast base plate has also now been removed. So everything's been removed for the boat and sent across for testing. So that's where that is. The mast apparently is being worked on tomorrow. So the guy's going to get that done. And the guy who did the removal, he's basically still working now. I mean, it's, you know, it's 8 o'clock at night. So he's doing something on, I don't think he's doing it on my mast and bits and bobs, but he's working on something else up there still. So yeah, so apparently tomorrow, if I got a call, and tomorrow if I'm about, you'll see the guys doing the mast and getting all the rigging sorted and the furler and everything else. And then all being well, everything will be back Monday from the test people. It'll all be reinstalled, and then we're still on track for Thursday. So I still am planning to actually stay here now for the next couple of days, and I'll just have to try and work from the boat and just put some time in and sort all that after with work and things. But I just can't get my head around it. You know, they're quite capable of doing the work. There's no issue there. It's just the communication. It's, you know, they're giving me dates and times, and this will be done and that's done, and it's not done. But they're quite capable of doing it, and that's, I think that's what's racking my brain more than anything else. It's just, it's bizarre. It's really bizarre. So we'll see what happens really, but it does look like we're actually making a bit of progress. So everyone's starting to feel a little bit better. But what a stress am I, though, when there just doesn't need to be any of this. It's crazy. So I'm just sat here just watching a bit of telly, and I'm having a little bit of a play with updating Kip and Signal K and all that sort of stuff on there, because I've basically got nothing else to do for a while now. I've had a couple of chats to the people here and that, but nothing else to do, just sitting and waiting. So yeah, I might go out somewhere tomorrow and have a bit of a walk round or do something else, because I don't want to sort of sit around here all day, especially if I'm sitting around here all day on Sunday as well. And then back to work Monday morning, so that'll occupy some of my time, but I'll be here in the evenings and sorting everything out, and hopefully taking this boat back on Thursday, and then we can still continue with our holiday. Crazy. So it's Wednesday night now, and as you can see, this part here is still missing. So they haven't come back today. Hopefully they're going to be back tomorrow. So I think we're on the 3rd date now that we've missed. So with a bit of luck, these will come back tomorrow, and we'll get the mast stepped on Friday, and then we'll be out of here. But I'm not all that hopeful, if I'm completely honest. But we'll see. So this chain plate here, this has been one of the things that's been kind of, oh, there's damage here, there's something wrong. And there was a tiny, tiny line. I hope I've got it on that photograph. But as you can see, there's no crack, no line in any of that. See? Nothing. Nothing at all. That looks exactly like it did on the survey 4 years ago. I mean, this is just paint, this is just surface, this comes off. You know, that's nothing. Nothing to worry about. This is the structural part, and that's, as you can see, you can see the difference there in the hull. It's glassed in. And it goes further down here, and it's glassed in again. Well, good morning everyone. It's Friday today, so I've been here since last Friday now. I didn't record anything yesterday because nothing happened. Surprise, surprise. Today we were supposed to be stepping a mast and being out of here. Obviously we're not. So today everybody's supposed to turn up. There's been nobody in this yard for the last couple of days. As you can see, my fittings still aren't back. So I'm going to see if somebody turns up today, and then I think it's time to crank up the pressure a little bit. And I'm going to start speaking to some other people, some solicitors, police possibly, and just see what's going on. I mean, if he turns up today, great, but it's unlikely, isn't it? Come on, let's be honest. Yeah. We'll see what happens. So what happened after that bit then? So I came away from that boat on the Friday, and we then went back on the Monday when we were told that basically it was going to be ready. So we headed down on the Monday and it wasn't ready. So we got there, and it still wasn't ready to step the mast. So we then moved the boat round the corner. We got the boat out of there because we weren't prepared to stay in that location any longer. We got the boat out, we went round the corner where there's an MDL marina, Ocean Village, and we stopped there for the night. That evening, a few of the guys turned up and finished some of the bits and bobs on the boat, put some things back on, and then the next day we took the boat back round, and the picture you can see at the side there that you'll see in the video in a second, that's when we started to get the mast back on, and by, I think it was about 8 o'clock that evening, we actually were ready to go. So that was now the Tuesday, so it started to eat into the holiday that we had. So why am I kind of releasing the video now, some few months after? Well, I've seen various posts going on various sailing channels, and I don't think this practice is finished. I think this is still happening. I haven't named the company, but there's probably enough information in the video to work out where we were, and you could probably work out therefore who the company is. And yeah, I'm just seeing posts that are coming out, and there seem to be, you know, the comments are turned off, so you can't comment on the post. And I don't think, like I say, I don't think this practice is finished at all. I mean, we were trapped. We were really trapped during that period. There's a couple of things that I should have done differently. I should have gone down sooner to go and have a look, but I was repeatedly told that, you know, things were happening. We were waiting for parts, which is fine. I get all of that. We were never chasing the boat to be ready. Not until the end. Not until we were told that the boat was back in the marina. So I actually phoned the marina. I didn't actually say that in the video. I actually phoned the marina to find out if the boat was there. And the boat wasn't there, which then instigated all of this. Instigated me going down and finding out what was going on. And then to get there and be told that, you know, it was ready, and to find out that the work hadn't been done. And as I say, you can see in some of the videos the condition in which some of our valuable items were put. It's just not good enough. It really isn't good enough. So a couple of things just to also say as well. That scratch that was on that piece of metal, that company wanted £10,000 to fix that. They were going to grind out that whole piece, take away that metal, structural part that's in the boat, remanufacture one and put one back in. They weren't going to do that. I don't think they were going to do that at all. I managed to get that off with my fingernail. So that's one thing. The bolts, I obviously referred to the bolts. The bolts went back in the boat. So the bolts were never replaced. They weren't replaced in the base of on the mast base, and they also weren't replaced on those other fittings. They put the same bolts back in the boat. I never really got a full test certificate from the company. So I've got a line in a piece of paperwork that says that has been done. I've never actually seen the test results from the parts that went in. I did get some free rope for my trouble, so my halyards got replaced. I ended up paying for a few other bits. Again, the invoicing wasn't really clear as to what I was actually paying for. We ended up with a new aerial, some wiring in the mast for that aerial, for the VHF aerial. I believe I paid for that. In the end, I don't think I actually got that for free. I think I paid for that. I know I didn't really pay for the halyards, but yeah, it was just a nightmare. So a few things. So to try and turn this into a bit of a positive thing, then a few things that you definitely need to do. So trust your gut. If you think that something on that boat, or you're being told is broken, and you don't believe it is, then chances are it isn't. I think a lot of these things we get bamboozled with terms, and I know there's a thing around stainless. I know you've got to have stainless tested, but if you're being told something and you don't think that's true, then you need to go and have a look for yourself, and you need to get that independently verified. When you're looking for these companies, you need to go through their financial records before you do anything, and you need to seriously consider if you're being asked to pay any invoices in full or part invoices that you're getting something for that. Now, I understand there are smaller companies out there that definitely need that support, and I'm fully supportive of you paying for things, but just make sure that you are paying for your parts for your boat, whatever it is you're buying. You're not buying parts for someone else's boat and you're then waiting for the next boat to come in so that you get your boat done, because that's what I believe is happening with mine. So just check that. Go through the financials, go onto company's house, have a look how long that business has been traded for, have a look if there's anything where that business has potentially changed names very quickly, or there's something you're not quite sure about. Check it all out. And also, if you know who the people are, check them out as well, because everybody leaves a digital footprint these days. Go and check them out. So, if there's any practices that you don't like the look of, then just don't go. Walk away, go somewhere else. And I think we slipped up here a little bit. We got a recommendation to go to this place. We did some initial checks and we just went for it, and we should have done more. We lost that whole season that year. And it's not just about that, it's all the aggro and the mither that goes with it. And the money, I don't really know whether the things I've paid for have actually been tested and done. I'm still not sure to this day. There's some things that I can see that have been done because they've physically been changed or they've been painted or whatever. But, some of that testing work, I'm not sure whether that's actually been done. Yeah, it was a traumatic experience. So hopefully there's a few bits in that video that people find helpful. Just think about this very logically. And as I say, if people are coming back to you with things and asking you for lots of money for things that you don't think are quite right, then don't go with it. Don't do it. Get your possessions back and go somewhere else. We'll see you next time.